Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Foundations Part 2, Week 1, Class 2. All right, so it's a snowy, weird, icy morning, and I'm really glad that I don't have to drive into the lodge till later, so hopefully the roads will be done by then. We're going to get right to it, because I always have too many things. Too many things I'm trying to pack into the hour. All right, so a couple blocks, if you have them, or something to lift yourself up on. We're gonna, work that shoulder shrug today, sitting. Definitely a strap. I don't know if we will get to the bolster or not again today. I always have hopes that I'm getting to everything, but that is not what happens. All right, so just starting like we start, sitting back on our shins. Just checking out like what the quads are feeling like. All right, hands forward, nice and wide, and then just let the wrists stretch. I don't feel too bad at all. So we're just gonna rock a little bit back and forth, fingers nice and wide. And then just pay attention to that forward shoulder position. We worked that a little bit in that curl that we did. We're trying to get that front of the shoulder nice and strong. Just a couple more breaths here. Make sure the thumb and the index fingers pressing. Now, push the fingers into the mat. Really push them. Try to squeeze them down through and see if you can get that to just shift you back and forth a little bit. Just working the hand a bit more. A couple more. And then just sit back. Rotate. And then fingers back, spread them wide, bend the elbows, lift the heels of the hands up, press the base down, couple breaths. And release that. Feeling pretty good. Yeah. I'll keep doing these. And, I'm not holding them as long as I used to. But we still have to, just kind of wake that up before we just plant a lot of weight on it. All right. Move to the back of your mat. So we're going to kind of add what I did yesterday. But first we're going to start out with just the curl. So take your tailbone and pull the tailbone up to your face. Let the whole spine curve. And then reach the tailbone to the back and fold. Pull the tailbone in to come up. Reach the sit bones back to the fold. Exhale. Up. Inhale, back. Exhale, up. Inhale, back. Exhale, up. Inhale, back. Exhale, up. Inhale, one more. Back, exhale, inhale. Now, reach the arms forward And so we're just going to slide out. Feel the chest lift. And then push off the elbows, lift the sit bones, reach back, creep back. All right, so I'm doing this variation for people that don't want to use their hands. All right, one more time. So pull your tailbone, creep yourself out, lift the chest up. So we're almost into an up dog, even though we haven't worked up dog. So just think cobra. And then tailbone lift, feel the pull of your hip flexors back. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing this, to really get the hip flexors online. This is one of the developmental movement patterns. All right, so if you're going to continue using the elbows, keep going. If you want to switch to the hands, stretch the arms out, extended child. Take a big inhale and then exhale. Pull your tailbone. Reach yourself down. And then push the arms and back. So we go. Inhale and then exhale. And down. Inhale. And back. Exhale. Pull to the lower. Inhale. Push back. So pull the tailbone into a half push-up and down. Now here, start with your sit bones. Try to push the arms straight back. That's a little harder than, I'll do the next the variation I started with, coming down and then pushing up and going back. Actually, it kind of feels good to alternate. Pull to the lower, so that would be then sit bones and push. Pull to the lower, press up and fold. Couple more. Exhale. Keep your stomach. Inhale. Press it back. Exhale. Out you go. Inhale. Pelvis back. Couple more. Exhale. Tuck the tailbone. Lower and lower. Push up and back. Last one. Tailbone. Lower. Press back. Push. Tuck your toes under. Walk yourself up. And sit. I didn't do the toes yesterday. Let's just see where they are. Not too bad. Push through the heels. Yep, let the bottom of that foot adjust. And then extend your feet and sit back. All right. So I'm doing that for those of you that have a hard time with push-ups, because we're going to add. So we'll start adding push-ups, and that's kind of a nice way to build the arms up. Most people can do that. Maybe you can't do 20 of them, but you probably can do 5. So you want to start there. All right. So our shoulders are a little bit warm. Sliding out now onto our bellies. Sphinx posture. Relax your back. See if that's doable. If it's not, remember, tuck your tailbone. And then, but if you're okay, drop your head. Couple nice big inhales here. Feel your shoulder blades. So, our arms, it's mainly triceps we were working there. Keep relaxing and dropping your head. And then inhale, push up. Exhale, down. 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 Inhale, push up, stay there. Pick your pelvis up, stick your butt out, and then tuck your tailbone under. And we're just holding this. Sit bones are pushing into the backs of your legs. Tailbone is trying to pull through and up to your face. Your back is long. You're breathing without letting your belly go. You're pushing away from the mat. You're feeling that pubic bone pull up into your spine, using your stomach to kind of warm your back up, really. Inhale, push way up. Exhale, chest down. Inhale, 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 way up. Exhale, release your pelvis. Relax your spine. Move the elbows forward. Relax your throat. Breathe. Walk them as far forward as you can. They don't have to be real forward. We're just really, warming up. So that's why I'm going on the heels of my hands here. Just breathe your chest forward. Sometimes it's nice to just first breathe into your belly and feel your pelvis move. Top edge of that sacrum pushes up. And then don't let that happen and take the chest and push it forward as you breathe. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get that upper back awake, pushing. You should be able to feel the shoulder blades pressing down in the middle of your upper back, working to reach those ribs forward. A couple more breaths. And then release. Drop your head. Roll to your right side. Stay on your elbow. Stack your legs. Release that shoulder. And let your whole upper back sag towards the ground. Yeah, just feel that whole line, the lower line, release. And then push down into that elbow, shoulder blade down, feel your neck extend, and then release. And again, so doing the shrugs in a different plane. Shoulder blade goes down to the waist, and then it goes up to the ear, and it goes down to the waist, and up to the ear. One more. Down to the waist, and we stay there. And we're just going to roll to the other side. Release. Let that go. So if you're here this session, and you weren't here last session, I spent a lot of time talking about this. So you can always go back if it's confusing, or you can text me. All right, inhale, pull the shoulder blade down, extend, and inhale, push up, and release. Inhale, push up. And it feels good. And inhale, push up. And release one more. And push up, stay there. Roll back to the other side. And then come up onto your hand. How close can you get your hand? You can creep it in and let that shoulder go first. So the shoulder's pressing up against the ear, and we're looking for the stretch first. So this one is lower, from the hip crest through the waist to the ribs, floating ribs, and then you can feel it into the upper ribs. But we were kind of already there, so mainly what I feel is the lower. Now press the shoulder down, and we're just going to hold it. But what you're going to do is you're going to try to direct your breath to right above your hip crest. Make sure that you're not rolling back. Actually, probably should go to the other side first. So I'm right on my hip. My pelvis is stacked. I'm on my trochanter. That's that bump on the side of the hip. Couple more breaths. Keep releasing your waist. And then just think, this whole line from our hip crest to our shoulder, this has to tighten and shorten for us to do the side planks. All right, and come down, release, center, other side, stack, move the hand in, release the shoulder, and then again, make sure you're not rocking back so I can show it really clearly here. So here I'm on the side of my leg. Here I'm rocking back behind my trochanter, more towards my sit bone. Got to stay sideways if you want to get the stretch. So your shoulders released. You're trying to find that stretch from the hip, lower hip to the ribs through the waist area. Couple breaths there. And then press that shoulder down and breathe into the waist. Feel the shoulder blade connected as low as it can go towards the waist. The more you pull the shoulder blade down, the higher your spine goes. So just keep breathing that, letting that go. What is that? That's mainly it's the quadratus, which goes from the hip crest to the floating ribs on either side of your waist. Couple more breaths. And then lower yourself, roll to the center. All right. Now, let everything go. Breathe into your pelvis. And see if you can feel your breath go sideways into the waist. So just letting what we stretch move a bit, because we're going to go from plank to side plank to plank to side plank. This, of course, can be half plank if you want on your knees, or full plank. All right. Here we go. Push up, spine up, lift your tailbone, tuck under. Pull the pubic bone up into your spine. Just hold that a couple of breaths so you really feel that. Then press from your hands to your elbows up into the spine. Add the feet. Quads are tight, pushing through. Keep pulling your pubic bone up and into your waist. Pull it. You're going to hold this a little bit. Breathe. Every time you inhale, push away from your elbows. Now we're going to lift that hip and roll to the right side. Feel the lift and take the arm up or put it on your hip. Now push away from the elbow. Feel the ribs go up. Then push the hip up. So you're feeling that hip kind of pulling into the floating ribs. Drive your sit bones down. Quads are nice and tight. Keep pushing away from your elbow. If you feel yourself start to sag, push back up. Breathe. Now you're going to lift your stomach, tailbone down, roll slowly to the center. Tailbone down again. Pull your stomach. Roll. Lift the right hip up. Roll to the outside of your leg. Push up. Arm, ribs, hip. Breathe. Now pull your belly in, slow, roll, tailbone, knees, and then we're just going to push ourselves, crawl ourselves back to sitting. Breathe. Just allow the body to settle. It's a lot of work. Side planks, you know, whether you're half plank or full plank. But that whole integration of the lateral line into this core work is really important. A quadratus can really give people problems because it can work just on one side. All right, getting a little drink before we go on to the next part. All right, hands down, push yourself forward. So I'm just going to call this the pickup. This is just lifting that pelvis up. We're just going to do one for position. And then again today we're going to work the forward rock of it. So move your knees in, press down, and up you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down, sit back, breathe. Just breathe. If you need to, you can always stretch your wrists in between if you need. So that's just for position. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to rock forward and back on the shoulder. If that's too much for you, just stay where you are, holding, because it's definitely a lot of work just doing what we just did. All right, press down, rock forward and up. So we're going to go shoulders forward, push back. Use your fingers. Shoulders, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. One more. Forward, back. Come down. Cross your ankles. Send the legs forward. Stretch your wrist. Today we're going to do 2 rounds. It's actually an easy way to stretch your wrist here. All right, grab your blocks. Put them beside you. And remember, if you have long arms, you don't need blocks. Straighten your elbows so that your shoulders go way up into your ears. Now just pull your shoulder blades down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit. Today, we're going to add something. So you're going to pull your right leg up off the ground and down. Left leg up off the ground down. Right leg, down. Now when you lift your heel up, try to pull the muscles back as you reach your heel out. Muscles back, reach the heel out. And pull down. Pull down. You can feel your hip flexor. Pull right in the joint. Your quad is working too. Pull down. Pulling the leg back into the socket, down. Pull it 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 back into the socket, down. Hands on the block, straighten your arms, push. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about one more? 7, and come down. I know, it's good, right? Now, we're going to try to pick up both and down. So just put your hands in front of you. And if you sometimes this will give you a little bit of a cramp if the back of your leg is really tight. If you can't do 2 legs, go back to 1 leg, because I'm sure you could feel the work in the hip socket, right? The work through the hip flexor line. Why we're doing these is because we're going to add kind of this all together at a point, all right? So we're going to try to go up and down. Pull them 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 up. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Cross your ankles. Lean forward. And then we're going to change back to where we were. So if you can just push yourself through, do that. Come onto your shins. And we will do one more round of the forward shoulder. All right? Hands down. Pull it up. And forward, back. Forward, back. Forward, back. Forward. One more. Forward, back. And come down. Just sit. So when I do those, I feel it mainly in my wrist first and then in the front of my shoulder. So as the wrist adjusts, you'll be able to feel it a little bit more in the shoulder. All right. Just going to sit here, a couple breaths. So that's, quite a bit of upper body work, right? And we're going to do just one more to kind of top that off. And I think I'm going to need a drink first. So this next one, if you want to be on your elbows because your wrists have had enough, then you're just going to do this from your elbows. And that's called a dolphin. But we're going to do a downward dog. So just tuck your toes, feel your sit bones, reach back, press back, drop your head, feel your fingers, and then just shift your right leg, push through your heel, pull that quad up, push from your fingers, And then shift to the left. Stretch that calf. And then press through both. We're only going to do 5 of these today. Fingers nice and wide. Pull your tailbone to your face. Lower to plank. Lift the tailbone and go back. Exhale, pull to plank. Inhale, reach and back. Exhale, pull to plank. Inhale and back. Exhale, pull to plank. Inhale. Last one. Exhale, pull to plank. Inhale and come down. All right. Tomorrow we're going to all do those on the elbow. It's a different kind of shoulder work. But for today, we're going to just let that go. All right. Sliding out onto the mat. Hands back, forehead down. Back to our old friend, the cobra. So just an easy cobra, just to say hello, right? Press your sit bones into the backs of your legs. Push your feet into the floor. Pull your quads. Press the shoulder blades down and come up. Breathe forward. Pulling the shoulder blades back. Inhale. Exhale. Drive the sit bones into the backs of your legs. Keep working the sit bones. A couple more. One more. And release. Pressing back. All right. So I felt that, mainly middle back, not my waist, but middle back. I had a hard time feeling my chest. Let's grab our strap. And that's because when we did these the last 4 weeks, we always did a lot of prep work. We did laying on the blocks, stretching the armpits. We did this one before we did it. So we're going to add this right here. So take your hands, push open on that strap, feel the shoulders roll back. Do it one more time. Roll them back, take them up. Keep your chin down. You can always be up on your knees. You could be standing. Push out on that strap. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Push out on that strap and release. Push out on that strap, release. Push out on that strap, release. One more. Push out on that strap, stay, breathe. Keep breathing the chest up. One more. And release it down. Relax the whole thing. Couple of breaths. Take your hands behind, interlace your fingers, and come up onto your knees, right? Now, if you can't interlace your fingers, remember, you can use the strap again, and I think I'll use the strap one more time. So just slide it behind you and put your wrist through. And we push out on the strap and roll the shoulders back. It's very effective. And like I said before, I do this because I had a hyperextension in my elbow. So push out, drop your chin, and then just feel the pec open. Try to go for underneath the collarbones. I'm just going to hold this. Now look to the high corner of your room. Feel the tailbone and the sit bones going down towards your knees. And we go. Inhale, push out and down, chest up. Exhale, tailbone and stomach. Inhale, push the chest out. Exhale. Inhale, push it out and up. Exhale. Inhale, out and up. Exhale. One more. Inhale, out and up. Exhale. Come to vertical. Release your arms. And then just coming down to sit. Breathe. High in the chest. Feel that. So because we did the platysma stretch yesterday, I didn't really feel a lot of throat pulling. And so I'm not going to do that again today, but I will do it tomorrow. All right, now we're going to add this chest stretch to the cobra. If you want to use the strap, use the strap. If not, you're just going to interlace your fingers behind your back and roll the shoulders. It should be, you might not be able to get your elbows totally straight, but that's okay. All right, so coming out onto the belly. Feet down, hands back, interlace, stretch the elbows, press the feet, pull the quads, drive the sit bones, press the pubic bone, and then shoulder blades down, breathe. So you're gonna take it forward. On the inhales and exhales, sit bones go back. Couple more. Couple more. Last one. Release. Turn your head to your favorite side, profile, let your neck stretch, breathe into the upper back, let everything go. Actually, breathe into the lower back, right? And just feel that whole line release. And then head to the other side and breathe. Come back to the center. Now, just to review before we do this next one, press your pubic bone into the floor, feel your glutes squeeze down into the backs of your legs, and then just lift your legs up. So you want to be able to lift those legs up without disturbing the torso in any way. So remember, no low back. You're just going to ground your pelvis and then just lift up from the glutes. All right, take your hands back, interlace one more time, stretch them to straight. Press your feet, pull your quads, drive your sit bones, press your pubic bone, pull your belly, shoulder blades down, come up. Now, then lift the legs. Breathe. Inhale, chest forward, blades back. Exhale, pull your stomach up and squeeze down into the backs of your legs. A couple more. Keep squeezing down into the backs of the legs. Now on this one, take your arms to the side. Take them around to the front. Long boat. 5. Inhale, push out. Exhale, pull your stomach. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Now rolling onto your right side, lift that right leg up. Pull, 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 roll. That was not very good on my part. Lift that left leg up, tailbone down. Breathe. Now, holding that right side back, slow roll onto your stomach. And then we're going to roll to the other side, lift that leg, pull. Breathe. Tailbone down. Stomach up. Really feel how your back and your pelvis can change that position really easily. That inner thigh is working on that right leg. So we're going to inhale. You're going to exhale, roll to your back, legs straight up to the ceiling. Yes, and I'm on my block. So I'm going to roll back onto my blanket. Sorry, yoga mat. Legs are straight up. Arms are up. Flex. So we're just going to pull and release. So we just did this kind of motion sitting, right? We pulled the legs up so you could feel your hip flexors, hip flexors, hip flexors. Just a little bit of a pull up. And up, and up, and up. A couple more. Up, lower stomach up, lower stomach up, lower stomach up. A couple more. And up, and up. Last one. And up. Stay here, flex your ankles. Press that waist into the ground. Lower 45, pull them up. Lower 45 or lower, pull them up. Remember that low back stays on the mat. Lower, pull them up. Shoulder blades down. Lower, pull them up. One more. Lower, pull them up. Lower, stay. 45 or lower. Breathe. Pubic bones pulling. Keep pulling, low back is pressing. Couple more. And slowly pull them up. Bend the knees. Pull them in. Let yourself rock. Now probably you have a block handy. Put that block between your knees. Take your arms out to the side. All right, now again, press that low back into the ground. Shins are parallel. And then just move the knees so they're right over the hip sockets. All right, so we worked this a lot that first 4 weeks. So it's familiar, but it kind of needs to get back into the sequence. So we're going to inhale over to the right, just 45. Exhale, pull back center. Again to the right. Inhale, 45. Keep that left shoulder down. Exhale, center. Inhale, 45. Exhale, center. Inhale, 45. Exhale, center. Inhale, 45. Exhale, center. 45 or lower. Last one. Inhale, stay, breathe. Keep that left shoulder pressing down. Keep your thighs pulling into the socket. Breathe. Don't let that right knee touch the ground. Keep that right inner thigh working. Slowly pull up. And then just put your feet down. Breathe. Keep a hold of the block though. And just feel that whole drop of the left side. And left side. Pull the block up, shins parallel. Press the lower back into the ground. And to the left. Inhale, 45. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, same side. Lower, keep that right shoulder down. Exhale, pull. Inhale, down. Exhale, pull. Inhale, keep squeezing the block. Exhale, really pull the inner thigh on the way up. Inhale, down. Exhale, center. Inhale, down. Exhale, one more. Inhale, hold. 45 degrees or lower, left leg's not touching the ground. Right shoulder's down, pulling the thighs in, breathe. And pull yourself back center. Take that block away, feet down. Now we're gonna just let the legs drop to the right. Pull them up. Drop them to the left. Pull them up. Think right leg, right leg, right leg. Left, right, right, left, left, right, and up. Left, right, back to the center, down, stay. So just pull the inside of that left knee towards the ground. And you feel that, for some of you, you're going to feel a stretch across that left hip. Keep pulling it. Feels good. And then come back up. And then drop that left leg open and then the right leg down. And pull the inside of that right knee down and just get a nice stretch here, but you're really working that inner thigh on that top leg. Breathe. And then release back center. Just a couple of breaths here. Just feel how nice and open that low back is. Hopefully it's open. And then roll to your right side and come up. Okay, so for those of you that are with me all week, Monday and Wednesday, I'm going to really start a lot of hip stuff. And so Gloria, if you're out there, I'm going to show you that variation tomorrow. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to work more core. I can't really get it in on every day, but I will get it in. So we're going to do one last thing. We're going to slide our feet underneath a chair or a couch, and we're going to just revisit that extension exercise for the pelvis, because we're gonna do stuff with this soon. So I'm gonna just mosey on over to my couch, and I'm gonna put my feet underneath the couch and come out on my belly. All right, now just lay on your arms so that your torso is a little up. Now, toes together. Straighten your knees. It's very simple. Take your feet and push them up against the couch. And then use that so that you can pull your sit bones and your glutes into the backs of your legs. You're trying to rotate the top of your pelvis up to the ceiling. That's what we do, all this class. So now I just want you to take your arms away and hold that. Breathe. Keep pushing your sit bones down. Rotating. If you don't have the strap on today, it's a little different. Couple more. Keep pushing. Last breath, and release. I like to come down onto my arms. I'm not sure why. Drop your head, but you can come all the way down to the mat. Breathe into your waist. So I want you to notice if when you don't have that strap, your thighs start rolling out. You know, toes out, heels in, like ballet first position. That's one reason why I like the strap, because I automatically go to that. Okay, so we're going to do just one more of those. It really makes my low back feel good. And we just need to really make sure that we have this motion for where we're going to go next. All right, so press your feet up. Drive your sit bones. Low back is as long as you can get it. Push. And then just take the chest up and off the arms. Breathe. Keep rotating. One more. And come down. Press back. Come over to your chair or not. And we're just gonna do this passive forward bend. Elbows on the couch. And then just let yourself rock back and forth. And a lot of weight is on the arms. Don't have to worry so much about anything. And just keep relaxing down. I'm going to stay here for a minute. Slowly push yourself up, walk forward, bend the knees, drop the tailbone, roll yourself up. All right. Sit. Couple breaths. Good. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I'll see you all tomorrow. Namaste.